Welcome Trojans, my name is Corinne. I'm going to be taking you through a full body mobility routine. Mobility is moving your joints through their full range of motion in the primal movement patterns such as squat, push, pull, lunge, twist, and hinge. Mobility benefits our body because we move more efficiently, we reduce injuries, and we improve our technique. So before we get started, I want to do a self-check. First, let's check your neck. I want you to look right and left, then side to side, and down and up. How did your neck feel? Do you have any stiffness, tightness? Next, the overhead reach, sitting down, legs straight out, sitting up nice and tall, ribs pulled down, don't let the ribs pop up, and you're just gonna lift your arms to see if you can get them in line with your ears. If you're about here, you may be a little tight in your shoulders, so take a note of that. Next, I want you to try to touch your toes. So hinging at the hips, you're just gonna reach down and try to touch the ground. You wanna make sure you're not bending your knees, they can be soft, just to check to see how tight are your hamstrings. Next up, a squat. From the side, you're going to hinge at the hips, push those hips back, and then come up. One more time, down and up. Keeping that chest up and a nice straight line with the spine, how deep can you get into your squat? Are your hips tight, which can cause you not to be able to get into a deep squat? So those 4 assessments we're gonna do at the end of this workout to see if you have improved your mobility. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna start, first exercise, hip circles. Hands at your hips, and you're just gonna circle 5 circles to one direction, keeping your abs in nice and tight, and switch to the other direction. Just making a circle motion with your hips. Good, last one. All right, next up is gonna be a forward lunge reach. So you're gonna lunge forward, and then you're gonna lift your arms up and back. 2 90-degree angles with your legs, keeping that chest up, don't let that chest lean forward. So this is one of my favorites because it's opening up those hips, opening up those shoulders. Good, 2 more. We're doing 5 reps on each side. All right, now one of my favorite Pilates exercises. Turn the feet out into a wide V. Arms are up, shoulder blades are pushed together. You're gonna twist to the right, you're gonna reach down, you're gonna lift up and twist back. Other side, twist, reach, up and back, abs tight. Twist, reach, up and back. Twist, reach, up and back. Twist, reach, up and back. Couple more. So we're getting hamstring stretch, and also you're getting some mobility in your spine. Last one. So go to your range of motion. If you can't touch the floor, totally fine. All right, next up, squat to hamstring stretch. You want your feet wider than your hips, and you're gonna have your hands, fingertips, just touching the ground while you keep the chest up. So here's your squat. Now you're gonna extend your hips into a forward fold. So you squat down, lift the hips. Squat down, lift the hips. Squat down, chest up, lift the hips. Squat down, forward fold. Last one. Slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae with control. All right, now we're gonna stretch our neck. So you'll need a wall for this, and I want your lower back pressed all the way into the wall, so your knees will be bent. So you're gonna turn your neck to about 45-degree angle, look down, bring your right hand on top of your head. Now you're going to lift your left arm up and down. Good, keeping that stretch on the neck. This is actually the Levator scapula side neck muscle. And then you're getting some mobility in your shoulder. Make sure that lower back is pressed into the wall, your knees are bent. Good, one more. And center. Now to the left side, look down. And you're not yanking on your neck, okay? This is just, the hand is just holding it. So you're in that 45-degree angle. You're lifting and lowering. Remember, 5 reps. One more. Nice. All right. Now we're going to get on the floor and do a hip flexor stretch. So come down to the ground. You're going to step forward with the right foot. So here we're creating 2 90-degree angles. I want you to squeeze your abs in and just hinge forward just slightly so you feel a stretch in that left hip flexor. Now I'm going to have you bring your left arm up and bend the elbow. Other hand on top of your left elbow. And then you're going to lean towards the right and center. Good. Squeeze the glutes, stay nice and stable. Lean towards the left and center. Lean towards the left. Good. Your neck is just relaxed. All right. Switch other side. Left foot comes forward. Abs pulled in. Slight push forward so you feel that activated right hip flexor. Now you're going to bring your right arm up, bend the elbow, bring your left hand on top of the elbow. Now we're going to lean in towards the left. So we lean and come in. Lean and come in. Just breathing through this. And remember, you're not forcing that range of motion. It's just a nice movement and stretch. One more. And back to center. All right, now we're going to set up on the ground. Go ahead and bring your right leg in front. Your left leg is behind. So we're setting up into 90-degree angles. And all we're going to do is a 90-90 lean. So you want to try not to round your spine. You want to lean forward and come up. Good. Lean forward. Your right leg is forward. Lean forward. So just come wherever you can, where you're able to keep that straight spine. Good, you should feel that in your glutes and your hips. All right, other side, left leg forward. So you're creating those 2 90-degree angles. And then you're just leaning forward and back. Mobility is all about movement, dynamic movement, moving the joints and the muscles to open them up. One more. All right, nice job. Now we're going to swing our legs behind us. We're going to be moving into a pigeon. So I'm going to have you bring your right knee forward, bend the knee, and then square the hips. So we're going to go onto our elbows here. And your right leg is forward, and I just want you to extend your left arm straight out and bend it down. You should feel that right glute. 4 and 5. Good, lift up, let's switch. Bring that left leg forward with it bent, and you square the hips. And then you lower down to your elbows. All right, now we're going to lift the right arm straight up and back down to the elbow. Up and down. Up and down. 2 more. Just breathing. Inhale, exhale. All right, slowly lift chest. Swing the legs back around. Now we're going to move into an elevated child's pose. So we're going to start in a plank, wrists in line with the shoulder, tuck the toes in and up, straight line with the spine, abs are pulled in. So in this plank, this is where you're going to push the body back into a down dog, or a child's pose. Down dog is next, and then you come back forward. So push it back. This is really good for your calves. And then also firing your shoulders, entire body is engaged here. Push it back. This is an elevated child's pose. Push back. Good. And just taking your time, push it back. One more. All right, now we're going to go into down dog. So we're gonna lift those hips up. We're gonna spread out our fingertips nice and wide. Try to let those calves lower down. Now we're gonna reach our right hand to our left foot. So these are down dog taps, 5 on each. So we reach towards our ankle, reach. Good, just alternating, keeping that upside down V or triangle. Reach, center, last 2. Good, back to plank, down on the knees. Now we're gonna move into some lunges. So we will first come to standing. Bring your legs nice and wide. We're gonna first go to your right. So we're gonna go down into a lateral lunge. And then we're gonna open the leg, bring the foot up and then back down. And then we're gonna walk to the other side, deep lunge. Then you're gonna lift the ankle and back down. Getting a little rotation in the adductors, abductors. Walking lunge. Walking over lunge, I should say. Good, chest up, open, close the foot, open, close the foot. Remember, you're going at your range of motion. And back up to standing. Okay, lastly, we're gonna go back down onto the floor for a deep lunge, elbow rotation. So, go ahead and bring yourself down to the ground. We're gonna bring your right foot forward. Okay, now you're gonna lift up that back knee. You're gonna bring your right elbow down towards your shin, and then you're gonna lift up and over. Okay, bring it down, elbow. So we're getting shoulder mobility as well as the thoracic spine. And your hips. So elbow to shin, bring it around. And then we're going to check the other side to see if you're even on your range of motion. Now, left foot forward. You're going to lift up that knee. You're going to bring your left elbow towards your shin and then circle around and back. So hopefully you're even on both sides. And if you're getting close to your shin, that's great. So this is a very good test to do to see if you're ready to do a deep squat. If you're mobile enough to get down into that deep squat. Elbow, good. Reach it down and around and down and around. All right, now slowly bring in that right foot. Extend those hips. We're just gonna hang in forward fold, bend the knees, and then straighten. Bend the knees and straighten. Bend the knees, straighten, bend the knees, straighten. One more, bend the knees, straighten. Slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing yourself to a standing position. All right, we did it. So now, check your neck. Look side to side, and then laterally, and then up and down. How do you feel? Overhead reach, sitting down on the ground, making sure those ribs are down and not coming up. When you lift your arms, in line with your ears. How's your shoulder mobility? Is it a little better? Now, touching our toes. So you're hinging, breaking at the hips, and then you just reach down to wherever your range of motion. Yes, I do feel I could go a little deeper. Now let's check your squat. Hinging from the hips, breaking the hips first, and squat down. Is your chest straight up? Is your spine in a straight line? Knees in line with the toes, and then come up. Again. All right, how'd you do? Thank you for joining me on this Mobility Monday. I will see you next week. Have a great day.